Welcome to another Nezzo's Bad Shop unboxing, except this is an open box unboxing, because this was an open box acquire, acquisition, that's the right word. It's after midnight, what can I say? Anyways, this is the Traxxas TRX-6 Mercedes-Benz G63. Yes, I think I got that right. Yeah, so it's a 6x6, and in the sense of it driving all six wheels, and I've got it turned on here with the lights lit up and everything. Now, this one was an open box special because this was one of the first deliveries that gets sent to hobby stores for display only until the actual regular stock comes in. Then this can be sold off. So this had to wait. So I got it, and it actually had the light kit, the Traxxas light kit, already pre-installed into it, which I don't think comes with the actual kits, like if you ordered it off their website. I don't remember if that's a thing. I'll have to look again, but I'll check that after filming, double check it. But anyways, it has the factory light kit installed from Traxxas that you can purchase after the fact, but this one had it in it. And since I have it turned on, ready to go here, it comes with the TQ1 top qualifier radio. It's a ready-to-run apparatus, all Traxxas electronics, which I'll show you. And yeah, here's the servo in action. So good amount of steering lock on the TRX-6. This is basically a Traxxas TRX-4 with an extra axle. Pretty much, that's what it is. So, I had a TRX-4. I did unboxing. There's lots of videos of my TRX-4 on my channel here, so you can go look at the Ford Bronco, I think it is, TRX-4 I had, and you can see all the stuff I did to that thing. And that took a good amount of punishment, and yeah, so I've wanted one of these 6x6s for a while now, and finally I got one. And so, yeah, shout out to Tried and True Hobbies, who hooked me up with this open box special. Great success. Now, having done that, let me just flip the truck around for you so you can see the rear end. Now, I'm going to tell you as well, because you're seeing it turned on, these RTRs, these particular RTR, or at least this one said it did not come with AA batteries for the radio or battery to run the truck. So the battery that's in the truck is mine, one of mine, and the AA's are mine. Now, that might have changed since this was a first delivery version. Oh, there's a bit of fuzz there. Yeah, so since this was the first delivery version, I'm not sure if that has changed, but the lights are in there. Yeah, it looks good, eh? And yeah, look, this is still on the bumper. Get off my finger, you fuzz. Some dust there. Anyway, so you'll also notice there's no body pins because I've already taken them out. They did come with body pins. Just took them out. Let's check out the side marker, though. Yeah, and the top hood marker. So dope. Anyways, so let me swap this thing back around, and I will take the body off and see if I can just pop it to the side so we can look at the chassis. I may have to unhook the wire for the light. So here we go. Oh, look at that. I can just leave it hanging there. There, you can see the wire kit pre-installed from the factory, the way they did it. Decent. I like that. So you get a better look at the chassis. There's the steering servo. Now this is on easy surface. So out in the field it works alright, but they have been known to fail if you start beating them up. Start really trying to steer in between tight spaces. If you really start abusing them, they will go. So, just FYI. My TRX-4, when I had it, because this is a TRX-6, remember? When I had a TRX-4, I went through, before I ended up trading it off for something else, the chassis itself was pretty strong. It was the factory electronics, which are known to not be super strong, even though they are waterproof or water resistant, whatever you want to call it. They are that. They will only last to a certain degree, to a point, and eventually they will fail. But yeah, to just do casual stuff and this and that, generally it did work pretty well. By the time I traded it, I had gone through 2 factory servos that I just bought a second one. I got a second one from a friend cheap. Same Traxxas one, just throwing quick. And then I fried the I went through 2 ESCs, 3 motors. And I think the only thing the things that were still factory were the radio, receiver, and the shift servos. And these shift servos, there's 3 shift servos. These 2 are for the locking. So if I move this over here, see this switch? You have, if I remember correctly, there's full unlocking, so that's what the position is now. All the diffs are unlocked, and you can do, I think it's called front dig, where it locks front diff only. Let's see. Yeah, there's the front one, see? Unlock, lock, so that's front lock only. If you push this switch all the way to the front, you get the rear locking as well. So you can see that. If you go all the way to the top, you'll just lock both. Bam. So that's that. When I had my TRX-4, I pulled around a big car trailer full of drift cars. So to play nice with the drivetrain, I left the diffs unlocked. Like that. But if you're going to go crawling, you're typically going to need the diffs locked. A lot of guys end up just setting the diffs in the lock position and unplug them from the receiver so that they don't kill them. Because they will eventually go to. They are good to a degree, but if you use them a good amount, sometimes the cables start getting sort of tight inside the line, and then it puts more resistance, and then these things don't move their full amount, and then they start wearing themselves out. So, and actually this rear one's doing 2 diffs, remember, it's doing both of these axles, see, 1, 2. So that's a lot. So just remember that on a TRX-6. The battery in here is one of mine. It just happens to have a Traxxas plug. XL5 ESC. Don't beat the crap out of it too hard or you will kill it. Don't get it too submerged in water or you'll kill it. Don't abuse the motor too much in the water or you'll kill it. I speak from experience, and this is actually a reverse rotation version of the Titan 21 turn. Good motor. Once you start getting these Traxxas ones, these brushed ones wet, they don't last too much longer after that. If you beat it up in the water, for sure it won't last too long. If you just get it a little bit wet here and there and dry it out, it'll probably be alright for a while, but eventually it'll die. So, having said all that about the factory electronics, if you treat them right, they will last a good amount of time. If you're abusive, they won't last very long. Just saying. Seen it on other guys' trucks that literally beat the absolute F and the snot and the PP and everything out of their TRX-4 when it first came out. And they killed the factory electronics very quick, so just FYI. Now, that's the top of the chassis, as you can see. Nice extended frame rails, and there's lots of things here for I'm not sure what, but for something, some mountings or whatever. There's something to do with that. Don't remember what, but there's something. Anyways, yeah, nice battery holder here, as you can see. So to get it out, there's a clip here, clip, pull. Look at that. See? Nice. I put a big battery in. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. We'll just put that back on there. Cool. Yeah, so to go it in, put the battery in, boom, stays in there. It ain't going nowhere. Good battery mount. I like that. And there's some mounting room back here for whatever. There's lots of room back here to put something, maybe an extra battery or whatever. Personally, for this truck, so you know what, I'm going to unclip the lights so I can spin the chassis around for you. Now, come on. Now, I want to mount a custom bumper back here for a trailer, so I'm going to have to figure that out, but I might be able to rig it up somehow to this. Anyways, yeah, so this is what the rear end looks like. Nice Mercedes scale wheels. The body, as you saw already, it reminds me of the Bronco. It's very well detailed. It actually also just reminds me as well as of the Red Cat Impala 64, the 64 lowrider car. That body reminded me of both the Bronco and this. They're very well detailed for the scale and size, and I'm very pleased with them. So, hats off to Traxxas again for the amount of scalery thrown in this Mercedes-Benz G63. Now, the chassis. Underneath. Let me just flip her on the side here. There we go. And you hear the things kind of making a bit of noise. Now, try and run the chassis a little bit here. And so there you see the steering. Good amount of work there. Yep. Now, drivetrain. So there's a drivetrain. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the other third shifting servo that you saw that was beside the speed control is to change the high-low gear in the transmission. There's 2-speed transmission as well. Forgot to tell you that. The TRX-4 has that as well. So this is in first gear, and the switch for that is right here, the transmission. So this is first gear. You see, first gear. This wheel's rubbing, so it's going a bit slow on the road. That's first gear. If I shift into second gear, you can hear it shift, right? I'll show you on the top side after, but this is second gear. And you hear the shift there? See the difference in wheel speed? First gear again. Yeah, so that's that. And if I can show you the locking diffs. So this is unlocked. If I put my thumb on this wheel, this is unlocked. Okay, see, unlocked diff, because the other side is spinning, and it spins faster because unlocked. If I push this switch to the middle, it locks up the front only. So if I bring this over here, put my hand on the wheel, and push the trigger a bit, you will notice the wheel's still going, and it's taking my finger with it. That's locked up. If I push it back, it's now unlocked. See? Now it's unlocked. Cool, eh? So if I come back here and I push this all the way, all 6 are locked, or all 3 axles I should say. 6 wheels are locked, and if I try and stop it, I can't, because it's locked. So that's that. Then there's the steering trim switch on the radio, and a multifunction switch. And another cool feature, there's a set switch here, right here. If you want to do a thing called cruise control, this is equipped with it, sort of from the factory radio setup. I've done it on the trail. It's very handy when you're walking pace and you just don't want to hold the trigger anymore. You just pull your trigger to a set speed, press the set button. See that? Cruise control. And all you do then, like in a real car, is you steer. Good, eh? How about that? And then to get rid of the cruise control, like in a real car, hit the brakes. Great, eh? So you can do it at any speed. I think it is, so long as it's moving forward. You can even do a creep. So here's a creep speed. Yep, look, creep speed. See? There it is, creep speed. I just moved it there so the wheel wouldn't rub, but unlock diff. It's creep speed. Hit the brakes. Boom. Cruise control. So, good amount of features in the full-fledged TRX-6 / TRX-4 as well. And ooh, look at those scale mufflers. Oh, nice. Nice touch. This is metal, too, FYI. This bumper is metal, or skid plate. I say this skid plate, and this skid plate is metal. Aluminum metal, whatever. Nice. The links, aluminum. Chassis rails, aluminum. You know what I'm saying? Drive shafts. Those look like they're plastic, I think. I could be wrong. I think they're maybe not. No, I think they're aluminum actually. Metal. I'll have to verify that. But anyways, they were pretty strong. I never broke one in my TRX-4, and I put it through a good amount of work. So let me just show you quickly the shift servo, and then that's it. I'll put the body back on with the lights so you can see it, and I'll move the camera around it a bit. And the shift servo. So, red switch right by your thumb so you can switch on the fly. There's the shift servo. This is first gear, and into second, there's second gear. So you always want to pull the trigger slowly when you go so you can get the click and it engages the gear. And back to first. Pretty good, eh? So, yeah, that's that. Let me spin this chassis around, back her up. There we go. Plug the lights in. It's a simple little 2-wire switch. Easy way to plug it in. See that grid of things there, of pins? You take the empty side and you match it up to the 2. Think. Look at that. There's more things you could plug in there. I don't know, winches or whatever, maybe? I don't know. Whatever, some other stuff. It's just like a set of power leads. If I put this back on, there it is, and there it is, the Mercedes G63. Look at those lights. So, tell me what you think, like, comment, subscribe, if you have one, if you've bought one, whatever. Most people that have run the TRX truck love it, upgraded a lot. It's a pretty solid truck. Yeah, the electronics are the biggest weak point. Haven't really paid too much attention to crawl stuff in the last little while, but definitely drop your thoughts, likes, comments, subscribe, like I said, and thank you for watching. And yeah, look how bright those lights are. Mercedes-Benz. Talk to you later. Stay tuned for other videos coming up whenever they release.